Hey guys, I am back in my recording space. I just got back last night. I am actually feeling a lot more at home with my simple black background. And another thing, yesterday, I mentioned this on Instagram that I was going to be putting out a video quite a few hours ago. I took a nap. I took a really long nap. A freak storm hit us last night. Not last night, yesterday around 3 p.m. And it was bad. It was one of the worst storms the worst storm easily that I have ever been in and been a part of. I just wanted to, talk a little bit about this because this is one of the most major things that has happened in my town for a long, long time. So yesterday, I wasn't home. I was somewhere else. Still not going to go into detail about that. Doesn't really need to be said. And everything's fine. It's pointless to talk about. I just choked my own spit a little bit. Why does my nose itch so bad right now? Okay, so I was actually editing a Subnautica video yesterday morning. And I was like, all right, I need to take a nap. I'm tired of editing and shooting all night. So I took a bit of a nap, and I woke up to some thunder. It was like noon. I woke up to some thunder. I was like, okay, I should probably go get the dogs inside. And I got them inside. They came back to the basement with me, and they slept next to the couch that I was taking a nap on. Then I woke up a little bit later, took them back outside because the thunder had passed. It was sunny again. It was really weird. I was like, well, typical Michigan storm. If you don't like it, just wait 10 minutes. And that's normally how it is. So I'll clarify this right now. We don't take meteorologists with a grain of salt because I've got a really weird hue right now. Anyways, meteorologists, they're doing their job, but Michigan weather changes drastically constantly. So we don't really take their forecasts with a grain of salt. It's kind of hard to plan vacations because we just don't trust anybody around here. So I took them outside, and it was sunny. It was 60, 70 degrees outside, and I went back to take a little bit longer of a nap because I still wasn't feeling rested. So then I woke back up, and it was really dark. I mean, it was only a tri-level house. It's still a tri-level house, don't worry. So, you've got that half the basement still above ground, so you have those big windows. And it was really dark. And I was like, man, how long have I been sleeping for? I should probably feed the animals. So I wake up, and, I'm attached to my phone because that's how I communicate with you guys, through Instagram and Twitter, which I get a lot of love, and I appreciate all of it. You guys are great. But I looked, and I was like, man, it's got to be like 8:30, 9:30. And I looked, and I was like, it's only 3 p.m. So I look outside, the wind's starting to pick up. And this is just my account. Like, this is from when I woke up. I'll be showing pictures throughout this entire thing. Pictures are not mine. Videos are not mine. They all came from website Up North Live. I will link that down below. You can find them. And Up North Live got them from other people, so you can find the photo credits on their website, but I'm photo crediting them for everything. So I wake up, and this storm rolled in. It's bad. Like, it's a bad storm. So I ran outside. I'm yelling at the dogs. I'm like, get inside. You got to come inside. I don't want you to blow away. I don't want you to get struck by lightning or anything like that. And the chickens were running around. Chickens are great weather predictors. If they're running and hiding, you probably should do the same. So I saw them run across the yard, get back in the coop. I got the dogs inside, and when I shut the door, just as I shut the door, the rain started coming down horizontally. I've never seen rain come down horizontally, and out in the distance, I could see the trees bending over. Like, trees sway, but I was seeing them just bend over, like 90 degrees. These were big trees, too. So I'm starting to, panic at this point. I'm like, what's going on? So I'm getting on. Luckily, my phone is charged. Earlier in the day, I just had this feeling that I was like, my phone needs to be 100% today. My phone has to be at 100%. I don't know why. My phone usually sits around 50, 40%, just because I use it so much. But I was like, I need my phone to be charged today. This is a necessity. I didn't understand why, but at this point I started to realize that, thank you, God. But it was, I was getting online. I was like, okay, what's the weather like? What's going on? Like, I was looking tornado warnings, tornado watches. Turns out we were under severe thunderstorm warning. And I didn't know anything about this. I didn't even know we were supposed to get a thunderstorm today. And it was predicted. And last time we got a prediction for like a superstorm, like this was, it was like rain for like 6 hours. And then it stopped. And then we had sun for the next 2 days. It was supposed to be storming. So, when I hear superstorm, I'm like, But when I say this was one of the most majestic looking storms coming in, and one of the most destructive ones while it's here, I'm not kidding. This looked like a hurricane coming in. And, I was running front window, back window, side window, and I had no window pointing to the east, so I was kind of blind to that side, which I did not like. So I was running between all those windows, checking the sky, because it was green. The sky was green. That's tornado warning 101. And I'm afraid of tornadoes. I'll admit that I'm afraid of tornadoes. Everybody should be afraid of tornadoes. My uncle's not. Which I just talked to him earlier about. He's actually up here right now. I'm afraid of tornadoes because when I was like 6, I watched Night of the Twister. Just like when I was like 8 or 9, I watched It. And that's why I'm scared of clowns. Those are one of my 2 top fears other than heights and depths. Oceans and airs. I'm staying on the ground, which I'm going to have to get over those too because life's no fun when you're afraid of traveling. But I was running between, and then I started texting my mom. I'll bring up the text conversation because I want to make sure my parents and my sisters were okay. My big sister was downtown Traverse City where this hit. Like the hardest. And I was a little bit, I didn't know that at the time. I thought everybody was at home. So I started texting my mom. I said, so I forget how fragile Lake Ann Power is. And Lake Ann was the town that I was in. And she says, ours is on and out too. On and off. She meant it was like flickering. So I said to her, it's bad here. I woke up from a nap 100% expecting something worse because it was so dark. I'm glad I fully charged my phone, which I'm still glad my phone is fully charged. She said, yeah, it's bad here. Gale strong winds and the sky was greenish for a few minutes. I said, that's the biggest concern for me right now. This is not fun alone. The sky was green. It was terrifying because the green skies and hail were the 2 biggest signs of a tornado. And some douche in a truck drove by the house and I wasn't looking and I thought that was the train sound that a tornado makes when it touches down. So at this point I'm panicking. Like I've got such adrenaline fueled like panic and it hit. Like no other. I've never been so adrenaline filled and panic induced at the same time. It was not a fun feeling. I'll let you know that right now. But what she said to me next doesn't help. And I know it's the truth, but it doesn't help. She said, sorry, unplug your computer and go to the basement. So I'm like, whenever I hear somebody essentially telling me, hey, okay, get ready and prepare for the worst because it's probably coming, is what was happening in my mind. You freeze in panic. And I'm laughing now because it's ridiculous and I can laugh at myself. And I say, why is there a watch? She said, there's a warning for us. No, do you work tonight? No. And for all of you that know me, not a lot of you know me anymore since my channel's grown so much. I'm a pretty even-keeled, like, easygoing, chill person, and I take everything so lightly all the time, and I don't really wear my heart on my sleeve too much. But when I'm recording, I amplify every emotion that I can because nobody wants to see it. Yeah, man, let's just do this and do this. Oh wow, that sucked. All right, do this. So I amplify my emotions when I'm playing games. So what I say to her next is like the biggest sign that things are not okay. I tell her, she says, do you work tonight? I said, no, I'm scared. For an adult to text his mother and tell her that I'm scared. It's probably something that you've never experienced before in your life, and that's the biggest sign that it's like it's not okay. And things aren't going okay, and things were not going okay at this point. I was panicking. I was in the downstairs bathroom, the only room in the house that didn't have a window besides the upstairs bathroom. And I'm not going to be upstairs in the second story. So I'm like holding the dogs and holding the cats, making sure they're by my side, waiting for a tornado touchdown, and no tornado touchdown. There were reports of possibilities of tornadoes, but there were not. The National Weather Service declared today that no tornadoes. It was just straight line winds that caused so much destruction, which is crazy. It's crazy that straight line winds caused so much destruction. And here's how much destruction it was caused. Traverse City, where I am, is in a state of emergency. Glen Arbor, which is about 45 minutes from here, got hit by the same storm, got hit by the worst part of the storm. They are shut down. You cannot leave or enter Glen Arbor right now because no roads are passable. They're all covered in trees. The Mackinac Bridge was closed yesterday because a semi was blown over. Not over the bridge, over on its side on the bridge. And the National Sleeping Bear Dunes National Park is closed almost entirely because they have to clean that up, and they say that you may never recognize the Sleeping Bear Dunes again. So yesterday was pretty much Michigan's version of the perfect storm. My job, my work, the hospital, declared a state of emergency last night because all of our outlying, like urgent cares and everything like that, they didn't have power. A lot of people still don't have power, and it's over 24 hours after the storm hit. So, and as far as I know, 2 people were struck by lightning yesterday. That's crazy. 2 people. There's a 1 in 7 million chance you're going to get struck by lightning. Ever. 2 people yesterday. And there are like capsized boats I'm hearing, and I don't think we're supposed to be going in the Traverse City Bay. I don't know if they've lifted that yet because the water's probably electrified still because there's so much lightning. But it was insane. Probably definitely the craziest storm I've ever been in. And I'm shooting a video right now. You need to calm down. You'd think that after 4 months of doing this, I would learn to just throw my phone across the room. But I needed that for this video. I should have put it on silent. But it was crazy, and I'm glad to say I and my family and all of our belongings, our possessions, our homes, our cars, everything's fine. Even the trees in our front yard are still standing. And my heart goes out to those who lost things. There were some trees that fell on houses, some cars, which I didn't take the pictures of the cars from Up North Live because there were license plates and everything, and I didn't want to go through the trouble of having to blur out the license plates and all that. You can see all this. I'll link Up North Live below. Most of the pictures you've seen, though. So on a lighter note, I just wanted to thank each and every one of you, all my subscribers, because we've grown at such an exponential rate that I've been gaining, so many subscribers a day, and we're about 39 subscribers away from 300, which is crazy because we just hit 200. And I feel like I can't keep up, I feel like. And, my recording schedule has been a little off the past about 15 days. But I'm going to get back on track. I've got some time off. And I'm going to get back on track with. Also, I got my ALS Association letter of appreciation for the donation for 100 subscribers that happened like a month and a half ago. And it's crazy how time flies. I was so excited to hit 100 subscribers. Now I'm at 260 some subscribers. And I'm about to hit 300 subscribers, I predict, about next week sometime. It's an insane growth rate, and it's something that is incredible to me. And you guys have given me so much and, helped me so much. It's crazy, and I can't thank each and every one of you enough. I love you all. So thank you all so much for what you've done for me and allowing me to be on this kind of a stage. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.